Oh, hello. We are live. Yes, looks like we are. I mean, live, 5, 6, yeah, there we are. We should be live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. This is the Retro Bear and the Gaming Pantry, welcoming you back to a tNb gaming podcast. And we're going to call it number 81 because the last one we did was 79, 10 months ago. Can you believe 10 months ago, last time we did this? And then we did one at Christmas. If you didn't see that, you'll be able to find a link on my channel, over on Eddie's channel, when we did a Christmas one. And then we decided to come back and do another one now. It might be the start of, a regular thing. It may not. I don't know. We've had to see how it goes, but I hope you're all well. Thank you, everybody who's noticed the community post and also the video I put out on Friday, just highlighting that we're coming back. I can see we've got people in the chat. That's lovely. So I know people are out there talking to us. So we've got the telly working. We spent this afternoon trying to get that all sorted out. So we've got the old logo. That's the plasma working it. Nice picture, isn't it? Nice colour, that. Working really well. Got the old WrestleFest sign up from the Black Country Gaming Fair. And I'm proud to wear my 49ers t-shirt, even though we didn't win the Super Bowl. But a lot's happened since we were there last time. Anyway, hope you're well. I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I don't know how it's going to go. It's a very, very loose framework. So we'll talk as normal. We'll see how we get on. And then, maybe later on, if we want to take some questions or so from you guys out there, we will do so. Obviously, don't post any questions now because, firstly, we'll get nowhere. We only talk about anything. Secondly, I'm still waiting for people to turn up. If you are watching there, or, if anybody knows Eddie, just give him a ring. He's asleep, possibly, and tell Sean to put down that knife and fork and get himself on here. We'll talk about it anyway. So, anyway, let's see who's in the chat because that's always a good way to do it. And I'm going to say I'm rusty as hell. So this might be a bit of a cobbled together one. So we've got Pixel Plug in the chat. He was first here. Hello to you, sir. Dave 37 Retro. Good to see you, Dave. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you about much on the YouTube lately, but good to see you. Susie, what's up, bitches? Okay, yeah. Good to see Susie here. Tetley's in. Good old Lee. Great to see this back. Nice response from everybody, which is good. No one said don't bother, which is encouraging. David, Retro Games played badly. There he is. I think he's at work tonight, but he's popped in for a bit. Good evening, Dave. Hope you're all right. Mike, I owe you an apology. Mike Malhy Club. I owe an apology, mate. I think you're the person I missed off my Black Country Games Fair video. I think I got everybody down apart from your good self. I know we spoke a couple of 3 times. So I'm sorry about that, mate, but good to see you there. About the average age of the group then, Russ, 81. Thank you, Paul. Good evening to you. Ross is here. Bo-ho-ho. Good to see you, my friend. Mrs. Bear is in the chat, as always, with a spanner next to her name. Quite appropriate now, really, all the repair she's doing. We have Phil's here. Dark Wolfheart. Hello, mate. Good to see you. British video game nerd as well. I think it's a Mrs. Bear customer. Good to see you here. Scott's in. Glory Hunter. Good evening, Scott. Nice to see you in the chat. We've also got Mr. Chicken. About to start work, but I just want to say welcome back to tNb. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you here. And also Danny's in as well. Danny H, the retro gaming master, who's been to the London gaming market today. I know because he put a couple of shorts up about it. Well, one short in the video. So nice to see you here, Danny. Adam's in as well. Just arrived at Amiga Old School. He's got the Retcon exhibition event coming up in June. So if you want to post the dates, those are coming up, Adam, or if the administrator want to do so, just pop those in the chat, would you, my friend? And that'll be good to that. So that's everybody covered. Let's bring them in. Old Trevor's just rolled in as well. Hello, Trev. Did I mention you, Mike? I think I did mention you, but not to worry. But there we go. Yeah, it was good to see you again. It's been a long time, Mike. So nice to catch you. Right, let's bring them in. One's been sitting there for a bit. One's just literally picking his teeth at the moment and getting the what he's been eating out of it. Anyway, so I'll bring in. We've got Pete with us and Sean's here as well. Good evening, really? Guys.
At the same time.
Yeah. Well, look, shaking it up, mate. That's what we're doing. That. Yeah. Right. Good evening. Right. How are we both?
I'm still reeling from you saying the word bitches. I've never heard that before.
I say many words which you don't hear usually. Don't forget the podcast doesn't count in terms of the swear jar count, which is easy. So it doesn't count. The podcast is live. That's the rule we have. We do it differently. Yeah. But yeah. What up, bitches?
What up?
Oh my god, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, see, we're completely back on, unlicensed, raw and uncut. Yeah. It's a retro bear with attitude. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. How are we? We all right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
mate.
yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Nice to see you've got that sign up behind you, Russ. You said
Yeah,
you were
the,
going to
the
put it
Wrestle
up there,
Festival.
didn't you?
Yeah. They're
Like
good,
it.
those. I spent the entire Black Country Games Fair looking at that.
Yeah.
And then I realised when Rob was packing his stall up, I thought I hope he hadn't sold it. So I had to sort of whiz over very quickly. In fact, if Big Mike hadn't said anything at the time, because he wanted a couple of ones that he's got there, I'd have completely forgotten about it. So that's the only thing I got that day. But yeah, it's just great. It's really, really good, that.
I got 2 of those off Fob from Norwich Gaming Market last year. But I can't find them. They've just disappeared.
You can't find, you lose
I
something
can't
like
find them. They might still be in shed, actually.
that. I think they're really good. I mean, the idea really was to try and get a few more going up the wall.
Yeah.
I could probably get maybe one per shelf, or maybe 2 and slightly overlap them. But obviously, it'll have to be something appropriate, because that one was an arcade game I used to like anyway. And obviously, being a big wrestling fan, that was a no-brainer, really. So, you got anything like that, Pete? I'm sure you haven't, you?
No, I haven't. I was looking at that stall though. I mean, if my arcade machines were big enough to fit it, I probably I'd have considered it. But I haven't got any wall space, and the marquees were far too big for my machines. So it's a shame, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just look great. I really do.
Yeah, they do look cool.
And Rob does a good job on those. So
He does.
yeah. Paul says just shy of Eddie, and we have the Jurassic Captain Planet team. Do you remember Captain Planet?
No, Captain Planet.
What? You don't?
You don't remember Captain Planet?
No. Captain.
The world's first ecological cartoon. That's why nobody watched it. That's why nobody watched it.
A group of kids with these rings. Each ring had a different power, and when they put them all together, a superhero come out called Captain Planet and stop people from dropping dog shit or something.
Yeah, and cutting down on fossil fuels obviously works, because here we are, 35 years later, and all those problems have gone. The power of animation works, doesn't it?
The main thing that got me though is like they all have useful powers like fire and wind, and then there's the one little kid who had heart. He had the power of heart.
It's like the Wizard of Oz in here. It's like, a brain, a heart, some courage. What, really? Courage? Is that, you're not missing anything else? No, courage. I want courage. Yeah. And I want to go home. It's like a 5-year-old's birthday party. Trevor said it's a tNb pre-cert. Going back to the bitches thing. Paul said he nearly bought my sign, but decided against it. He's got the WrestleMania. I said, WrestleMania, if I'd known that would have been there, I'd have had that. Bought a few film ones from Fabian. So they get films I'd quite like on that one.
That's the other thing about those marquees, is I would struggle to find one that I wanted. Struggle to just decide on one. It was like when I made the arcade machine, I decided to make it like with my custom logos and stuff on it, because I couldn't think of one particular game that I wanted represented on it. I just no decisions were being made in my head. So I'd struggle again with a marquee if I got one. I mean, decision was made for me for that one because it was a Mortal Kombat one that I bought, but
yeah,
there's no way to decide.
Yeah, that looked great.
I'm sure one of mine were RoboCop, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I have to give Rob a list and just say, "Can you make me some of these?"
Yeah,
that'd be good, that, wouldn't it? And just sort of, tailor them to your requirements. I don't know if he still does them. I don't know, but definitely a market for them. The wonderful Joe Gaming Girlie is in the chat, friend of the show.
Evening, Joe.
Hello, Joe. Just in a video, gameplay video on Resident Evil 5, which popped up yesterday, I think it was. Adam says the marquee looks sweet. Yes, it does. Trevor's got 2 of them. Mortal Kombat 2, 1 and an Art of Fighting.
Yeah.
Showing my age. We're talking about Captain Planet here, aren't we?
It's like the 90s.
Yeah, I was not that old, Lee. Come on, only 30 years ago. It's about the demographic for this. Paul's here, Stu's Retro Reviews. Good evening, Paul. Nice to see you here. You said you're looking forward to it as well. David says, I looked at the marquees from Fob Fancy one for the arcade machine. Would they go on, though? I don't know. They look a bit tall.
I thought Dave had some kind of marquee at top.
He's got one that he's made, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Yeah. I know he had some.
He does agree that Captain Planet was shit, so that's all right.
It
We're
was.
happy with it. Yeah, that. Question from Trevor for you, Pete. What's in your arcade, Pete Fighter? I mean, PC or a proper jammer and PCB game?
It is literally just a Raspberry Pi, not a Raspberry Pi, sorry, a Pandora's box and a PC monitor. That's all it is.
I think Trevor picked up a Pandora's box at Brawley Hill.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
I basically I took the Pandora's box apart. I've mounted all the buttons and stuff into the. You can't really see it from here, but into like the control panel, and then just wired it back up inside. So the actual casing of the Pandora's box is gone. It's just I bought some. I replaced the buttons and I think the sticks are the original ones. Then inside, it's just the insides of the Pandora's box all wired up, and then an HDMI to the PC screen. And that's literally it.
So
also, I think it's come loose, but sorry, Sean, go on.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, I guess I think it's come loose, but also because there's a couple of USB ports on the Pandora's box. I had one behind the marquee, which is a clear sheet of perspex with like a sort of a window stick, so you stick like the sticky part is on the same side as the print, so to go on the inside of the window. It's a piece of perspex with like a window sticker that I got custom printed on the inside, and then inside that I've mounted a strip of LED lights, which were powered by USB from the Pandora's box itself, but I think it's come loose while I've been fiddling about with it. So I need to sort that out, but that's not on at the minute. But it gives a really nice effect. It was a really simple build. I unfortunately deleted my channel when I got around to actually doing it, so got no documentation of it, but it was a piece of it. It really was.
Yeah. From your description there, I don't think anybody would doubt that. So, nearly gone into great detail because, No, I think that's just it. If you can put stuff like together, it's well worth doing. I know Sean built one, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I mean, Pete and David Retro Games, they put all the separate buttons on and that, and I want that technical. I just basically cut them all out on the dash, slotted the Pandora's box in. But yeah, I preferred how Pete and Dave's done it. Put their own buttons in. Yeah.
But the buttons themselves, they're not like you don't need any soldering or anything. They literally is just two wires that plug into each button. So as long as you keep track of what wires go into which button, it's really that easy. It's just a case of just slotting the buttons into the holes. Because I got mine pre-drilled, so it's just a case of slotting the buttons into the holes and then just plugging the wires back underneath. It's really easy to do.
Yeah.
It's just making sure you know which wires go into which buttons, otherwise you're screwed.
Wore it back to front, yeah. You can just confuse people. Just wire one setup completely different to your control. So when people come around and play it, you can just nobble the controls. Go, what's wrong with this, Pete? You've not done this proper, have you? No, you're terrible at the game. That's what it is. Yeah. Nothing wrong with mine. Daddy says, I remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan on Games Master shouting USA when he was in Blighty. Well, he did that everywhere he went. He'd shout USA if he was in Canada. That was his gimmick, I think. Paul says, he's on about these marquees again. He wanted an Xbox One marquee. He has not made one in that space of time. Materials are hard to come by since COVID, I'm guessing. Was he 2-year wait time to order a marquee? Adam would like an Outrun marquee. Gavin's here, Snoopy Man Gavin. Good evening. Marcus Stadden, lads. Good evening to you.
Marcus.
Lee said he wouldn't mind a Defender marquee. There we go. Paul's confirmed they are not universal size, so they wouldn't work as marquees themselves. You might have to, adapt it slightly, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Also on the metal plate. So you won't need to backlight them or anything.
I wouldn't have thought it'd be too difficult. Joe says a new marquee is awesome. Thank you. Raz is here. Good evening, Raz.
Raz.
All the way from Sweden. Good evening to you. Hope you're well.
Good evening, Raz.
Adam says Google coin up art for full PDFs of marquees. There we go. So you can inundate Fob now if you can find him. Email him 24 hours a day. Image details 1016. Is he working in millimeters here? Yeah.
Yeah,
100. Yeah.
Height,
Yeah.
width,
Height,
dots
width.
per inch.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's a bit
that's
complicated.
technical, isn't it?
That can't be height and width because
No, that can't be, can it? No, because that's like a meter. That's a
like
meter.
a meter high.
Yeah,
That must be width and height.
that makes me about 12 foot tall, doesn't it? So that's in scale. I don't know.
But the width and height are the wrong around.
Trevor says thank you. He's ordered the jammer kit with Sanwa buttons and joysticks.
I think these are Sanwa buttons. They're really nice. I've not got the sticks though. But yeah, they are really good.
Okay, someone's been waiting patiently backstage, so I'm going to bring him in now. And he's just stopped doing what he's doing. He's looking all worried. Okay. Good to see him. Good to see him come tonight. We're happy he's made it. It's your friend of mine. It's Nath. Hello, mate.
Hello. I'm always looking worried. My thing. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Better know us, thank you.
Good. Well, I'm pleased you've come on tonight to have a bit of a chat with us. And
it was a little bit last minute, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. Well, like we said, we weren't quite sure. Well, the whole thing's last minute anyway. It's like we spoke about it Wednesday, and then nothing happened until this afternoon. So and Eddie still hasn't turned up yet, and he was his bloody idea, wasn't it?
What's up, bitches? That's all I'm going to say.
What's up, bitches?
I'm drinking, so
yeah.
Pete
There we
started
go.
I didn't start it. My wife started it.
Yeah, she did actually. Yeah, blame Susie. Yeah. She typed it third comment. Oh, that's like. Raz has a question. Can I ask any one of you guys Trekkies? How dare you? Looking for some more Trekkies for maybe future streams. I'm not. I will categorically say I'm not. I'm afraid, unless you just want to talk about Star Trek 2, in which case I could probably function. Gentlemen, anybody interested in Star Trek?
I've tried to be. I've honestly tried to like Star Trek.
I can imagine you like in a Clockwork Orange kind of situation with your eyes pinned open. I really want to like it.
No. It's like being in a board game shop. It's like going with the best intentions, and after about half an hour, I'm like, "Oh, shut up, nerds!"
Is it like Pikmin? No.
No.
I was going to say it's not Star Wars though, is it?
I prefer Trek to Wars. Put it that way.
Well,
there you
yeah,
go, Brad. We've got one of us. You can have one.
Yeah, well, your knowledge of the Star Wars universe, Sean, after Jar Jar and Binks. Yeah.
Oh shit! My Pikmin are in the shop. Oh, I don't know.
Oh no.
One of them.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, we're not making that mistake. And so I don't know. I think you might have struck out there, Russ. Sorry, we can't help you with that one. But nice Pikmin plushies up there. You can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good though. Aren't
They're resting on my TV.
they? Paul's tried to wake Eddie up. Thanks, Paul.
I'm not going
Good to see. Nice to see nice 6 seconds. You're just going to.
Well, I'm not on YouTube, so
yeah. Well, you are now. You are now.
I'm on a stream on your YouTube. So.
Well, that's as good as any, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So this play more in 24 thing, mate's catching off. People start calling me an influencer soon.
Well, you're the one giving out money by calling everyone bitches. So. You're trending at the moment on Twitter.
Are we?
No.
Is it broken? There's nothing else to talk about. Oh dear. Yeah. So Nerdy Geezer is he likes Star Trek. Danny doesn't watch, although he did like the song Star Trekking. Oh, man, yeah. Thanks, Stu, for the support. Nearly forgot about this. I could try me harder. So yeah. Stu, Generation Pixel. He's with us. Good to see you. So I guess a no then. Yeah, sorry, mate. We wish we could help.
It's not a no. You got Sean, or is that a no?
Yeah, Sean can spend the entire 2 hours.
I watched originals. They were all right for the time, and then I watched Next Generation.
Yeah,
Well,
this gives you an idea. This gives you an idea what Sean can contribute to the stream.
They were all right.
Yeah, they were all right. Yeah.
Watch Deep Space Nine. It was shit.
Yeah.
You see how I went into Babylon 5 rather than Deep Space Nine. That was the one to watch.
My worrying thing is,
Raz is right. No.
yeah. My worrying thing is, you're going to think T.J. Hooker was part of the Star Trek universe.
I'll say Hooker around the show.
Sorry, William Shatner was T.J. Hooker, police series in the 1980s. But so I'm just talking like me and Sean. I think that one, nobody else was going to get that reference. Question from Trevor. I'm glad Trevor's brought this up, actually. I'm even more annoyed because I can't remember what I've done with the bloody things now. Anybody going to Revival?
Yes, I am.
I don't know, answer at once if you can help it.
I am, Trev, both days, and I've just recently booked me digs. Booked a little, it's a little mini house, I suppose. Well, it's in this housing estate, and I didn't really do my research, so I've booked this little house, like I say, this lodgings, and on Google Maps it only looks about 1,000 meters from venue, but when I've investigated further, there's no direct road to it, so I've basically got to come out of this cul-de-sac and then go all the way around to get to the venue. So it's a bit of a trek, but
where you stay in Manchester? Eventually Wolverhampton. If anybody's not quite sure what we're talking about, hang on a second. I'll try and remember how to do this now without killing everybody.
Was he doing special effects again?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Right. So I thought I got one up there. Mrs. Bears is going to fetch one from downstairs. That's what we're talking about, which is a Revival, which is the 8th and 9th of June at the Dunstall Racecourse in Wolverhampton. You've never been to one before, which I haven't, but this is likely to be probably the biggest event gaming wise this year, I think, purely because of the history of the event. I can't speak because I've not been myself, and it's got some sponsors on the back there as well. Quick plug for all those to those stores anyway: Hidden Chest Gaming, Vintage Gamer, Antstream. What's that other one at the bottom there? Turner Arcade, I think it's Craig Turner's.
What's Antstream?
Antstream.
Is it going to be bigger than a Trekkie convention?
Antstream Arcade. Oh, yes, definitely. So it's an entire weekend. I think that's a Saturday. I think it's a Saturday and a Sunday, the 8th and 9th. So definitely worth doing it. Oh, obviously, the idea is to try and shout that out as much as we possibly can during the next few months and give it as much promotion as we possibly can. But tickets have been selling very, very well. So if you haven't got yourself one yet, get in there. And I know Sean's booked a hotel, but I understand those are getting more and more booked up. And possibly you may have to, have a hotel in Manchester and drive down to Wolverhampton on the day of the event, given how busy it is, because a lot of people are going. But Mrs. Bear will be there with her stall. Quick plug for that. Yep. But I think a lot of people are going to be using that one this year to go to. As opposed to, I think some people said Blackpool tends to be the biggest one, but I don't know.
Possible. So, question to Trevor: are you going? Is he going?
Of course, he's going.
Is he?
Yes. I'm not speaking for him. I presume he's going.
He can't go, and he's just asking who's going because he feels left out.
Just having.
He goes everywhere.
He went to Black Country, he meant, didn't he? And he were in and out.
Yeah, he didn't come and see. He didn't come and see us. He saw everybody else. He didn't come and see us. There we go.
Is he afraid of crowds?
I don't know. Star Trek talk. Babylon 5. He's the greatest of all time.
Yes, Raz.
Oh, Sean will do a Babylon 5 stream with you, Raz.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure all
everyone
5.
says Firefly is the best one of all time.
Firefly.
I don't know. I'm just throwing that in the ring because it will trigger some people, I'm sure.
I've not heard of it.
You never heard of Firefly?
No.
It's good. It's worth a watch. There's only one
I've not
season.
watched it.
but
I
still.
think I've got it somewhere. I haven't watched it.
Deep Space Nine, a Star Trek without any Trek. That sounds like my sort of thing.
They need to get the Yorkshire Trekker on there. He'd be walking around the spaceship going, bloody hell, it's big.
Well, there's Matt Trekker from Mask as well, wasn't that? Well, that's Tracker. Matt Tracker, wasn't it? The guy in Mask. Dainster. God, Dainster. Remember Dainster? You remember him?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
I remember Dainster 83.
Yeah.
He said he's missed the Retro 5. Yeah, there we go. Good to have you back. Thank you, mate. I think you got the wrong show again. Tetley's going to Revival both days. Dainster is trading at Revival. David is still unsure about Revival. I mean, he's got to be. He's got to be there, isn't he?
Oh, come on, Dave. Come on. Don't be unsure. Be sure.
Sean's booked a house in Scotland for the Revival weekend.
Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, Sean. You had to get in there somewhere to be sure.
To be sure. Matthew, the V2 Elite Gamer, is here. Hello, mate. Good to see you.
Hello,
I've
Matthew.
got one of your mugs in my cupboard. That prize I won on your competition. Yeah, I won a prize for being a subscriber. There you go. Paul's planning to go at the moment, still not 100%. So, is that 100% or not 100%? I don't know. WrestleFest banner looking good. Mrs. Bear said tickets for Revival are transferable between days 2, I believe, so if you're not sure which day, to be confirmed. At Revival, says Pixel Plug, which day is going to be the best to go? Probably not the Friday or the Monday, because they're not going to be open. But I would suggest probably, I don't know, I think probably the Saturday, because if everybody's getting there on the Saturday and staying over on the Saturday, they're all going to be hammered by the Sunday, aren't they? So.
Yeah. Plus, people will want to be going back Sunday, won't they? Because of work, so
I would
be a
have
bit
thought so.
quiet Sunday.
Yeah, so I'd probably say Saturday will be a good day to go.
Yeah.
Trevor has confirmed he is going.
Yes, Trev.
Just in case anybody was unsure. Raz says, I haven't been over to the UK for a meetup since before the COVID shit. So I definitely need my fix with a good weekend with the lads. So I guess you're coming over then, Raz. That'll be good. Says Firefly is ace, but not close to Babylon 5. Paul's paid £40 for his tickets. He better turn up.
If we're talking pre-sci-fi, though, nothing comes close to Lex. I used to watch Lex.
Lex?
Really, really late on at night, it used to be on, and it was absolutely incredible.
I've heard it.
Most people I speak to about it have no idea it exists.
Is it like Jam?
No, it was like there was like a bunch of I think they were like space criminals or something on the run, and they lived inside a ship which was like a big dragonfly, and it was awesome.
Never heard of it.
Lex and Farscape, they were the ones.
Back of my head's like saying I might know of it, but don't.
Yeah.
Farscape was like Muppets in space, wasn't it?
Yeah, Farscape was brilliant.
Yeah, it was a lot of like. It was like puppets and things, wasn't it?
It was Jim Henson, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was Jim Henson in special effects.
That's why I laughed. It was like it's a little bit close, but not quite.
Yeah, so I am right, bitches. There you go.
That's
see that
getting filled up right
it
now.
doesn't work on live streams. You weren't listening at the start.
It works. All this bullshit like loopholes. People take your thought over that.
Dane said we voted Brexit, Raz. We don't let you European lot in anymore. So, but it's Wolverhampton. I mean, they do make an exception, I suppose. British Video Game Nerd says I'm attending the retro game market in Birmingham next month. Yes, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to that or not. We'll have to. I'll have to say.
Are you saying Wolverhampton's the jungle for Sweden?
Yes.
Oh.
Have you been to Wolverhampton?
No, I'm not Swedish.
Then you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's, Scott's hoping to go. Depends on work. Yeah, I'm not sure about Birmingham Game Market at the moment. I did say in one of my recent videos probably, but I'll have to say it's more of a market. I don't think there's not quite as many people. I think the social aspects of it, when we did the Black Country Game Fair, a lot of people there that we knew were going to be there. But I think this time there ain't going to be so many people going from sort of our corner of YouTube. So I have to say
the community. Russ.
You can say that word. I'm not. I keep walking around it collective. It's like when people say you're collecting hit squads. No, I'm not. I haven't bought any hit squads for months. Yeah, there we go. Paul's now booked his hotel, so I guess he's up to 100%.
Where have you booked, Paul?
Susie's created a monster. I'd watch that piece. It might creep up behind you at some point during the broadcast.
I think you're the monster, Russ.
I'm the monster. Why am I the monster?
You're just bitches.
Oh, well. I'm trying to bring in a new audience. We're trying to look younger. You know, we were called Jurassic early before Nath turned up. Just brought the age group down slightly. Not
He's
much.
younger than me. What are you talking about? Yeah. I mean, he keeps some dinosaurs around, but that doesn't make him old.
If anything, showing that I like dinosaurs so much shows I'm young at heart.
Exactly.
Only 6-year-olds like dinosaurs.
Exactly.
You remember they were in film, sure. Remember they were living and breathing. Fadscape is a 10 out of 10. Have you heard of Fadscape? I think he means Farscape, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And not just for Claudia Black.
Claudia.
It means Cilla Black.
I don't know, Claudia, but Starfleet was the best.
Starfleet.
I'm absolutely offended that you're all gamers and don't know who Claudia Black is.
Why?
Because she's in every game. Somewhere.
She's not in Pikmin.
No, she's not in Pikmin. Every game that's got a decent voice cast has got Claudia Black in it.
I was going to say, I don't remember seeing in Trolley Wally either. Or Pac-Man or anything. I've never heard of her. Never heard of her.
No.
She was
Is
incredible.
she Is she fit? I'll
I
go.
mean,
We found the level.
In video games.
she's closer to your age than mine, Sean, so maybe. But she was in. She was in Pitch Black, the film, the first Chronicles of Riddick film.
Oh yeah.
She's in the Uncharted game. She's in Dragon Age.
Right.
Oh, he's looking her up. Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Not
picking out the
bad.
important things.
What's her name? Claudia Winkleman.
Black, not Winkleman. No, Black. Dana says he's trained to Birmingham, so make sure you go and support him. Marcus can't make Revival.
Oh,
Raz says, so flying to Birmingham is kind of close to Wolverhampton. It's, where's Birmingham Airport? That's over towards the side of Birmingham. Isn't it? It's quite a distance. It's not on the doorstep as such.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
Right.
Birmingham Airport is the other side of Birmingham. So you got, there's that, if you say the centre, it's over there somewhere. And then Wolverhampton is sort of up here. If I had a map, it'd be a lot more illustrated better, but you know, I want like them BBC weather maps. I can sort of point out the distance and the road journey and where it was, but I haven't. If I know somebody can ask that question, I could have done that, couldn't I? Dane says OnlyFans is $9.95 a month if anybody's interested.
You'd have to pay me that.
someone's already said that.
Closest airport to Wolverhampton is Bobbington. Sorry, I know what like the world's tiniest place that is. It's a village. I played cricket there once, many years ago. Claudia Black was in Home and Away too. I'd never realised she was so popular.
Is that the
She was
sequel?
Oscars
Home and Away.
Yeah. Well, goes around the world, doesn't it? Home and Away.
She was Australian.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
explain it. Then.
Every Australian actor's been in Having Neighbours at Home and Away. It's a fact.
Has what's his name? Wolverine.
I don't
Hugh
think
Jackman.
he has actually. Hugh Jackman. No, but Chris Hemsworth has.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all googling Claudia
which one's
Black.
he? Is he Thor?
Yeah, he's Thor. Yeah,
I'm confused.
he was in one of them. And Margot Robbie was in one of them as well. She was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
A shit Avenger, really.
Talk about Fireball XL5. Blimey, Trev. That's going back a long
No,
time.
I'm
I
out.
think,
That a Jerry Anderson thing.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
God, bloody hell, Trev.
yeah. The old stop motion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to Captain Scarlet in a minute. We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Gordon's here. He said he would be. Good evening, Gordon.
Evening,
Hope you're
God.
well.
Evening.
Yes, everybody, we caught up with the comments, right? So, as this is loosely described as a gaming podcast, anyone who will talk about any games, or do we,
What have you
well,
been playing, Russ? What have you been playing? There we go.
nothing
Because
this
you
week.
need to play more in 24.
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
nobody's
Pick
watched the video, so you have to tell them, and then they can watch the video.
Pick the 1 week I've not played any games.
We haven't put a video out, so
No, that's very true. No, I did actually play. No, actually, to tell a lie, I did play a game this morning for about 5 minutes. Virtual Tennis World Tour on the PSP.
5 minutes. Wouldn't even get through one match.
Well, no, it's a quick match is like 3 games.
Were you Tin Henman?
No.
Oh.
I did win though. I won 2-1.
Did
But
you?
of course, because my PSP unfortunately is one of the early models, and therefore you can't actually connect it to the television. I think it's anything that's a 2000 or a 3000 model. You are right. There's an AV out, but there isn't one on the original. Because mine's one that Sean gave me, which was I think the 1003 model.
I've got a PSP somewhere. Where's that gone?
Yeah, but there's no AV out on that one.
There's no point doing the AV out anyway because it puts it in like a tiny little window in the middle of your TV, and it's just annoying.
Fire split.
Oh, you don't actually get a full screen as such, or a bigger screen. You
get a full screen if you're watching a UMD, but if you're playing a game, it's like not even letterbox. It's like just a little tiny screen in the middle of your screen. It's just weird. I don't know.
Well, well, hang on. We'll call this section as Gordon says. Play more in 24. Thank you, Gordon.
Hold on a second. So UMDs, you can play through a PSP to a TV and watch it in full screen.
Yeah, but the games don't. I mean, you probably could if you messed around with the settings or something, but I could never get it to do it. It was just like a sort of like a quarter of the size of the main screen, bang in the middle of your screen.
So basically, what I should do is sellotape my PSP to the centre of the screen.
Yeah, you get the same effect.
I'd have the same effect. That's great. I need some sellotape. That's great, isn't it? Because since Sean gave it to me, I bought some games. I already played and things. So, well, you know what I thought? Because I thought about this. Okay, I can probably connect it to the telly or via the computer, and I can record some footage and do it that way. And I bought some PSP stuff at the weekend. And obviously the thing was stone dead this morning because it just didn't work. So I had to charge it all back up again. I thought I'd have a quick go on Virtua Tennis while I was there. So yeah, I like Virtua Tennis. It's the world's most forgiving tennis game, which is why I love it.
Me and Sean played it at Arcade Club. That was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life.
Well, you weren't bad at it, were you? No one's bad at it.
We had a doubles match, and we were both on the same side. And I don't think we even made a single return. And I got told off for putting my drink on the arcade machine as well. Just tried insult to injury.
I thought it was very well regarded that Virtua Tennis is probably one of the easiest tennis games to pick up and play. I tried to play Super Tennis on the Super Nintendo a couple of weeks back, and I can't play this. This is ridiculous. There's just no way of getting around it. But Virtua Tennis, it's almost impossible to have a bad game with that. But you two have proved me wrong. Congratulations once again. The first there, the world's crappiest Virtua Tennis players.
Can't you play as Alex Kidd in like one of the tennis games on the Xbox? You definitely can.
Sega Superstars Tennis.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
That would be about right, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Because why else would it be in a game if it didn't say Sega on it?
You can play as like a bunch of Tekken characters as well in Anna Kournikova Smash Court Tennis, which is awesome.
Anna Kournikova smashing tennis. Yes. Sorry, I got confused there. Yeah, I've got that as well somewhere. Marcus says soft mod of PSTV. Now, I did read about that. You can do something.
We're not as rich as Marcus. I can't afford a PSTV.
I can remember a few years back they were selling them for like a tenner each on Amazon, and I really wish I bought one at the time.
Should have bought 10.
Yeah.
Danny says, didn't there used to be more of you? It feels like you were the NWO in 1995 by the time you finished. Dwindling numbers. No. It's just something we thrown together at short notice because some people said they missed us. Can you believe that? Going 40 minutes now, we've just talked about games.
I mean, there should be 5 of us tonight, but
yeah, there should have been 5 of us. Yeah.
Well, technically there should have been 4, but I came, so there could have been 3.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who said they missed us, but I'm pretty sure somebody may have done.
I was going to say,
So at some
like,
point, yeah.
what? Prime Watch?
Yeah. Dear me. What have we got here? Play more 24/7. You must be kidding.
24/7? Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Trevor says, surely you have Wii Sports on the Wii. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That is the
Wii
best
Sports,
game.
Wii Tennis.
that is very good. I will give you that. But I don't virtual tennis is probably my favourite tennis game. I don't hate tennis. I actually hate tennis. Full stop. Can't stand it. But virtual tennis, I do quite enjoy. Phil says Mario Tennis is good fun. Never actually played that one. Danny says, I remember Super Tennis played on Grange Hill in the 90s in a tournament. Was Grange Hill still going in the 90s?
Yeah.
Blimey, yeah.
Oh, 90s kids. Don't forget, definitely.
Wow. That was the old one before they released that late 80s one, which was really quite good.
What? There was a late 80s version?
Yeah, there's a brand new late 80s Grange Hill theme tune.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all about Biker Grove then, wasn't it?
So I knew Coke. I think by the time I came around, it was back to normal again.
Was it? Oh. The worst four horseman lineup since Mongo was in the lineup. Thanks, David.
Yeah, forget about Martin.
Missing the cake master and sleeping
beauty. I forgot about Martin. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, did you? Hey, you talking to him earlier?
He's still celebrating Liverpool for the first time in 10 years, isn't he?
I presume he's been to the London Market though, hasn't he? So
he has been today, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Tennis was the best. Somebody else agreed. Bring back Planet Retro. Yeah, it's actually coincidentally the last tNb podcast, episode number 79, did feature Planet Retro as our special guest, and it's taken us 10 months to recover from it. To get back on there. And I can say that because tonight I know he's firmly entrenched somewhere in the pub celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
I was going to say usually he's popped in by. I guess usually he's popped in by now to plug something that he's done and then left.
I thought he was orbiting a travel lodge review or something. Like he's
got a season pass, I think, for travel lodges. Rob's been cast in the new series of Finger Bobs.
Who's Bob?
Do you remember Finger Bobs?
Finger Bobs?
Yeah,
he said Finger Bob. I said, who's Bob? And why is he being fingered? Never mind.
If you ever seen that program, you would not get one to be fingered by what was on those fingers.
Yeah.
Sean, moving on quickly. You don't remember Finger Bobs?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah. That was a scary program, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were all creepy back then, weren't they? You know.
Was it as scary as Pob?
Pob wasn't scary unless Spike.
Pob looked like he'd sucked the golf ball through a garden hose and the wind had changed.
Yeah. I should try and emulate that and go.
Don't emulate it. The wind will change. Feel like it.
Oh, it'd be an improvement, surely. I think that's what it is. We're making him feel
old.
A
lot like him. It was quite scary.
Yeah, sorry, Matthew. We make you feel old. Yeah. So I've been playing Virtual Tennis World Tour, going back 10 minutes.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we? Yeah. Anybody else want to add anything they've been playing recently?
I've been playing the new WWE game, 2K24, which is absolutely incredible this year. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's like the best one easily for the last 10 years or so. Smashing the hell out of that, absolutely loving it. Just doing the same thing as I always do. I play universe mode, so I just set up basically just different shows and just let it run. Sometimes I intervene, sometimes I don't. I just see who wins. And absolutely loving it. It's just every good aspect of all the last 10 years of the WWE games and none of the bad shit, apart from obviously there's always glitches, there's always bugs. But nothing game killing this year, which is great, which is the best you can hope for a WWE game.
Yeah. Because they've been pretty rubbish recently, haven't they? So it's
the last few years have been decent, but this one really has just knocked it out of the park, and it's brought in a lot of the old stuff like casket matches and ambulance matches and stuff that they cut out of the more recent ones. And it's also brought back in for those who like, for those of you who are stuck in the Attitude Era, it's brought back. There's a lot more blood and stuff nowadays as well. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And apart from that, I've been playing the new Prince of Persia game, which is all right. It's it's
led us in there going, all right.
It's gone side scrolling, and it's going to like it's not even basically, it's full-fledged Metroidvania now. And it's all right. It's good for, it's good that a sort of major company like Ubisoft are acknowledging that Metroidvanias exist, because usually it's just indie studios that bring them out nowadays. But it's just like, part of what I love about Prince of Persia is like doing like sort of sequences of tricks and stuff, like wall running, jumping off, swinging on a thing, like bouncing up 2 walls and stuff, getting to the top, and it's just that sequence of like tricks that you have to do to find your way around the world. And this doesn't have that. It's just a Metroidvania. You can do double jumps and stuff. So, well, it's all right. It's not amazing, and it's also, I've been playing it for 10 hours, and it feels like I've been playing it for 10 years. So, can't wait for it to be finished.
Hands of time doing that for you.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. All that, and I also had a 10-year-old save on The Sims 4 get corrupted, so I've been slowly putting that back together again.
Building it up once more, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
between
I was going to say, is that just a Metroidvania then, a new one? Because I remember Sands of Time, and I thought at the time that was amazing. And then they just did all the other kind of Prince of Persia, and I just lost interest in it. But Sands of Time on the PS2, I thought was really good. But I don't imagine it to be kind of a Metroidvania kind of game.
No, it's just a side-scrolling Metroidvania now. That's it.
That's a bit weird.
But it's not like, when you get like Castlevania and Bloodstained, where the combat is like you can just spam your attack button really quickly, and like it's still like combat. It's still like a combo-based combat and stuff, and it's a bit frustrating in that kind of game. It's the reason why I didn't like Curse of the Sewer Rats, but it's not as unforgiving as Sewer Rats is. It's a bit easier, so it gets a pass over that. But it's a Metroidvania. It's not a great Metroidvania, but if you're into Metroidvanias, it's worth a play, I guess.
Is it still Ubisoft? It was Ubisoft, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird they've gone that direction. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just interested.
Were they Harlem Sewer Rats, just out of interest?
What?
Just the Sewer Rats, were they Harlem Sewer Rats?
No, they were pirates.
Somebody somewhere's going to get that, but that's all right. Sorry, I just
Eastern Boys stuff that nobody knows or something.
No. WWE reference, but
Someone somewhere.
Go on, sorry, Pete.
I was going to say I know Harlem Heat, but that's about it.
No, bad news is Brown's Harlem Sewer Rats.
Oh, right.
Anyway, yeah, 1990 SummerSlam. Moving swiftly on. Been playing a few Atari games. Start again. Been playing a few games on the Atari Jaguar, says British video game nerd. People posting stuff they've been playing. Yeah, we'd like to find out which ones they are, actually. Yeah. Vita Elite Gamer Need for Speeds video coming soon. Trevor's just bought Rumble Boxing Creed on the Switch. It's still sealed.
You can break that seal, It's not.
Yeah, you're not Dylan. Break it. Yeah.
You don't have to leave it on there.
Yeah. Phil said they've actually released a good WWE game. There we go. Question for Pete. Stu says, "Have you played Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth yet?" And there's also an Animal Crossing New Horizons minigame.
I've not played it yet. I'm getting it for my birthday, so I'm holding off. I'm on a no pre-order thing now. I've decided I'm not pre-ordering games anymore, and I'm only getting them when they get cheap or for birthdays and Christmas. So it's my birthday week tomorrow, and then I'll be getting Yakuza, hopefully.
There we go. Adam's been playing Turbo Outrun Reimagined, a really well done crossover of Turbo Outrun and Outrun. I didn't like Turbo Outrun much. But, okay, classic in Outrun. Missed the good old Need for Speed Underground days. I love the Need for Speed games. Got loads of those. dotted about the place. Dave is playing Doom 2 on the Mega Drive. Oh, yeah.
Doom 2.
Hey, yeah, that was.
It's Need for Speed Underground, wasn't it? Rise on the Storm. Like.
Oh yeah, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Background music, yeah. No.
Yep. I know. Mike says Sands of Time is being remade.
It is, but it's been about 10 years now since they started remaking it. They keep putting it back. So I had it pre-ordered for about 6 years. And then just cancelled it.
I hope we haven't missed him. Paul's gone. Thanks for coming in, Paul. Good to
See
see
you, Paul.
you here.
Cheers,
Going back to
Paul.
your sim save, a 10-year save. Did I hear that right? Says Gordon. How can you claw that back?
Yeah, essentially, I like every house in my world just became unplayable. It had like a little like warning sign above it, and when you clicked it, it was just like an infinite loading screen. So luckily, you can save all your families and stuff to the cloud, and I was able to do that. And bearing in mind, because I'm a bit of a collector geek with like, it's the same with the WWE stuff. I like the game mostly because you can download characters from the internet that people have made and stuff. And I had like all sorts from like, I had a family where there was like a couple which were a xenomorph and a predator. I had like, they had like 2 kids as well. I had one of my, no, the xenomorph, what was she called? She was called Queenie, and the predator was called Prederick.
Frederick.
Yeah. And then the kids are called Hunter and Xena. Yeah.
Did you not want to name one after like Bill Paxton? Like, surely.
Game over, man. It's game over.
What's that 10-year-old save? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, clearly.
But yeah, I had like one of the houses was called Gay Skull, and it was He-Man and Skeletor as a couple. But yeah, I was able to save everybody to the cloud and basically just wipe and restart my game, and I've just been sort of gradually moving everyone back in again, and it's taken hours. So
what was that when you mentioned
they lived in a castle? Please tell me they lived in a castle.
Castle Gay Skull.
You said that, yeah.
It's a pink
You
castle.
said they were Gay Skull. We didn't say they lived in a castle. Like, I want to make sure.
What was that? You were talking about that in our chat, weren't you, Pete, a couple of weeks back, and you mentioned that there was somebody who's living with. I said, if they move out, can you move me next door or something?
Oh yeah, I can't remember who it was. Can't remember what that was
Jerry
about.
Halliwell?
Now it's Michelle Keegan.
Michelle Keegan, yeah.
I can't remember who she was living next door to. So if I move him out, I said, well, if you move him out, can I move me in next door or something?
Wasn't she living next door to Alice?
Oh, very good.
That was just a completely weird reference.
That's
all that matters.
Breaking news! We found the person who said they wanted to see us back. It was Lee. Nice to see the tNb back.
Really?
If you had that in your sweepstake, well done, Lee. Thank you very much. Nice to see you in the chat, mate. Nice to see you there.
Yeah, good to see you, Lee.
Ross has been playing some number matching game on the Arcade Paradise all day, and he's on it still now. Scott said it's all about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at the moment.
Yeah.
Again, I want that, but I don't want to pay 70 quid for it.
Raz has got to watch the last biathlon race of the season. It's dark in it. You can see much out there.
Is that a Star Trek thing?
Biathlon.
But no, it's like skiing. It's like cross country skiing and shooting. Not at the well, they still do a bit of skiing, and they lie down, shoot targets, and they go off skiing again.
Oh, I thought that was like a
like winter sports.
Yeah. It's just quite good. That very, very popular in wintry areas. Not so good around here. It'd be terrible because obviously there's no snow. But too bad. Star Wars Battlefront is all screwed up.
Is it?
I don't know. Trevor says, Dainster, did you sort out your cocktail cab? Danny says, I need to start my Streets of Rage playthroughs again soon. I don't know. Oh, it was in the shop at one point, wasn't it?
It was on staircase, wasn't it? As you go upstairs on the side.
Yeah, I'm not. I think that's got all the stuff there now. I need to start my Streets of Rage playthrough again, all played on the £5 gaming laptop I nabbed at a car boot a year or so ago. Well, you can still find the bargains out there. Right, so, Sean, what have you been playing recently?
Well, funnily enough, I have been playing non-stop, virtually non-stop, a tablet game. I've been playing that as well, but no, I've veered onto my tablet. I've got Paradise Island 2. It's basically just a city building game, but yeah, I'm just pumping hours and hours into it. Obviously, when you first load it up, everything's cheap, and all the buildings acquire the money quickly. So at the moment, it's nice and quick, and I'm upgrading my buildings and what have you. But I know at some point, as you upgrade your buildings, it takes longer to accumulate the money. But for now, I can just press, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So, but yeah, I've been enjoying that, mate. It's made a change from. Well, I'm still playing COD, obviously, but it's made a little nice change from that.
COD game you used to play,
yeah.
Oh, that sounds very different for you, certainly.
It is. I enjoy tablet games. They're just nice to when you're winding down and after work and at night, just have a few. Well, I'll say a few. I'm pumping hours into it. I was on it for about 3 hours this morning when I woke up. I couldn't get off it. I couldn't get out of bed. Just all sat there with my tablet. Hours was collecting my money. Yeah.
I think Nate's just gone and put another farthing in the meter, David.
Just gone to wake the hamster up.
Lee said there has to be one to back you, bunch of misfits. Yeah, that's good of you to come in, mate. Nice to see you. It's been a while.
I'm out of farthings now, for fuck's sake.
That's it. Yeah. There we go. You have to go and get some crowns.
I've got a couple of shillings to last me till the end of the month.
A couple of groats or something.
Yeah, got you there for you.
I like your T-shirt, Pete.
Thank you. It's 100% completely unofficial merchandise.
Yes, I hope.
Isn't that what the Predator and the like?
Yeah, I've just took my jumper off because I was hot, but I had to stop my camera because I didn't want to tip flash you all.
It's all right. It's an adult show, isn't it?
Might get some more views.
Have you played anything else, Sean? Or is that just been occupying all your time at the moment?
Oh, that's it, mate. Yeah.
What about you, Nathan? Anything that you've been going through at the moment?
I was trying to remember. I'm glad you came to me last.
Well, nobody else has turned up, so you are the last one. So.
Yeah.
I'll have to get around again.
So I finished a few games this year, but I'm fucking if I can remember what they are. Hello, Marley. So today I was playing a bit of Soulstorm on the Switch, which is the new Oddworld game. Marley's just wrecking. Hang on a second.
Your cat's doing
That's
it.
just wrecking one of my posters. Get out. Right.
One of your posters?
Yeah, I got a poster in a tube.
Oh, okay.
Is it the one that? Sorry, it's just my head's put two things together, and there's a poster on Monkey Island. Real ex-Governor Marley. You need that.
I do need that. I would love a
when there's only one
candidate.
candidate, there's only one choice.
No, I think it was just a random tube that he's just being knobhead with. Anyway, what have I been playing? So I haven't been playing loads. I've been playing Dr. Mario on the N64 version of the Switch quite a lot because that's been quite fun. Just something I can pick up and easily play as a puzzle game and put down. So I've been playing that. I have been going back to Golden Sun. Is that any good? I don't know. I've gone back to it being kind of part way in, and I'm trying to figure it out. I prefer the old Oddworld games. They just had a bit more about them. They've tried to. I mean, the graphics are good, gameplay isn't bad. It's just it doesn't quite have the kind of edge that they had with the PlayStation versions, I don't think. But I think I picked up for £15 for the special edition a while ago, so I can't complain about it. And if you get it for that price, it's definitely worth it. What else have I been playing? The new Mario and Rabbids game I've been playing actually. Sparks of Hope, I think it's called, which is easily considered like a throwaway game. But actually it's kind of a grid-based strategy game where you kind of have to duck behind cover, shoot your enemies, attack your enemies in close combat, and then just hide so they can't attack you. that's quite fun to pick up and just play a couple of rounds on. It's more been things I can just pick up and just like play for like half an hour, a couple of hours on, and then put down again. Is it like Pikmin?
Yeah.
Unfortunately not. I mean, Pikmin is the gold standard of gaming. Like, you can have people talking about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but is it as good as Pikmin? Absolutely not. So, yeah, buy Pikmin.
It's one of those called Claudia, by any chance.
Claudia Pikmin. Ooh, that's quite hot.
I was going to say, yeah. Do you want
That's a crossover I could get behind.
to step out for a minute, or are you all right?
Save that for later. Save that in the memory.
Yeah, up there.
There's AI that can make that for me now, so I can have that picture.
That'll be a very scary image.
Probably would. Massive fringe. And Claire said, finish drinks. So, yeah, finish drinks.
Finish your drinks, yeah. Scott's just got
Is that the one with the
collector's edition
statue? Is that the one with the statue, the collector's edition? Because mine just has the tins and postcards and the normal kind of shit they throw in there. But actually, the Abe statue, I think they came with, it's actually quite cool. I wouldn't mind having that. Put it on like the mantelpiece. Nicely displayed.
Mantelpiece.
Mantelpiece, yeah. Got to have a fireplace out in the country. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's about it.
Golden Sun. I've been playing Golden Sun. That got released on the Switch Game Boy player a couple of months ago. Nice. That's a Game Boy Advance game. It's a JRPG. I think they actually did quite a good job of it. They released the first and the second one on there. They're kind of forgotten JRPGs by Camelot. They came out on the DS way back in about 99, 2000. I finished the first one back in the day. Second one I never finished. There's one on the DS as well. So yeah, I'm playing the first one again. He needs to open it. Like, Dylan won't know. Honestly, he can open games. He doesn't pick up on things.
He's taking over. Everything he says so far, his board's been sealed.
He doesn't like a landlord. He doesn't come around and check if your games are closed every now and then. They'll be fine.
It's like fairies, isn't it? It's like fairies on Peter Pan. Every time anyone unseals a game, Dylan dies.
I don't know. He gets on the birthdays and
I believe in Dylan's. All right, I believe in Dylan's.
Question for Sean: when is your next news round?
Not on news round.
And what have you done with John Craven? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I forgot all about it. I think it was Paul Link Northern who mentioned something in WhatsApp, did he? So you can talk, which community news, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's got a point.
You know, you did say earlier, you know, you do like using that word.
I did. I know.
Again, a little shit.
No, slap me, Danny's. I think I will.
Slap you what?
Danny's. Yeah, that.
No,
Slap me, Danny's. That's what you used to get when you were a kid.
It's Yorkshire for hands.
Yeah, slap me, Danny's. When you were naughty.
That's weird, isn't it?
This is why I don't leave Norfolk very often. It's just weird. But leaving Vault 13.
It's even weird by Norfolk standards, that name.
I know. It's not worth the effort.
Right. Donny's says
Wolverhampton, honestly.
Donny's.
Donny's?
Not your Danny's.
Danny's.
Boy.
Danny's, isn't it, Pete? It's like Danny's.
Yes, Danny's, yeah.
I always wondered where these things originate from.
Danny Dyer. He was always clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete. What's it? David knows.
Well, he doesn't know anything. That's hardly endorsement, is it?
You don't know.
You must ask
we're
the
cat. Reputable. We're the reputable end of Yorkshire YouTube.
The reputable ends. There's a reputable end.
Potato man, he'd know.
Me, Sean, and Dave. We're the Yorkshire. We're the end of Yorkshire YouTube, which is worth listening to. There's another end of Yorkshire YouTube, which I'm not going to mention.
Standards, aren't they?
All right, I'm not going to mention them, but Nath will.
It's even more predictable than a Russian election. What did happen? CIT. Oh, they said City. What happened to CITV? Did it close down this year? Or could be
Has he been in a coma for like
I
20,
don't know.
30 years or something?
I've got no idea. Is he watching the right thing?
Has he just turned on the telly and realised it's not there at 3 o'clock?
Oh my God!
Like,
Dixon the Doc. Yeah,
What's
Dixon
the
the Doc
countdown?
Green's not on tonight. What's going on with telly?
Where's Trevor McDonald gone?
Dainston would disagree. These aren't even proper Yorkshire tubers.
I agree. They ain't going.
We've got some stuffed toys though.
Yeah, yeah, but do they talk?
I've only had 3 rum and cokes. Just let me have another couple.
Yeah,
on
just the 3. Yeah.
I've had 3 in an hour. Actually. Time and holiday, can't you?
Trevor's excuse is he's worked nights for the last 25 years. I still don't think that's a good excuse for that. But if you worked nights for the last 25 years, wouldn't you have been at home during the day then? So you wouldn't have known. I don't know. That's
Well, you have to
far too
sleep.
complicated. Yeah. Bring back live TV. Best darts coverage ever.
Is there any good coverage of darts?
That was topless darts back then.
Oh well, that's all right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's be on Google again in a minute. Topless darts. You know.
They weren't women, but they were topless.
Yeah.
I'll save that for my Claudia Pickman crossover.
And there was the weather in Norwegian. Maybe else remember live
Living in
TV.
Norwegian.
Yeah. This
What
is a
was
channel.
that?
This is what happened when you let people like Piers Morgan run a television channel.
It's always a bit frosty, Sean.
Yeah. A cold front. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So we've been off for a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, we're not looking anything gaming, are we?
Oh, well, no. Well, do we? I mean, you say you don't do so YouTube as much. Pete's off YouTube. Sean does YouTube. I do YouTube. There's only 50% of us who talk about gaming anymore.
Is it like CITV?
I don't know. Sounds like Euro trash. I remember Euro trash.
I remember that.
Friday.
I remember
Yeah.
the old trash.
I bet you do.
Dave says he and Sean plays toplet darts at the weekend. Yeah, there's
Bit
a
of a niche
video in itself.
market.
Yeah.
Slightly related, my nephew, right, when we used to play darts on Wii Sports, whenever you get a spare. No, it was bowling, wasn't it? Sorry. Wasn't darts, it was bowling.
Darts.
Yeah. Whenever I get... I don't know, I'm drunk. Whenever we'd play bowling, anyway, whenever he'd get a spare, he'd shout at the top of his voice because the guy on the TV would shout, "Nice spare." He'd shout, "Nice pair," at the top of his voice. And he used to do it in like the supermarket and stuff when people were walking past. It just like a woman would walk past the pram and he'd just be like, "Nice pair."
Let's be honest. You taught him that, didn't you?
I had nothing to do with it.
He'd have said nice Donnies or whatever it was. That's what he would have said.
Donnies. Slap your Donnies.
Yeah, that's it.
Slap your Donnies.
Dainster says the fashion show was always good for a bit of daytime nipple on live TV when wagging off school. Sorry, there's a word. Yeah, sorry, there's a word after that. Yeah.
I mean,
bowling darts, tomato. Oh, dear me.
You throw a thing at a thing, and it's fundamentally the same sport.
Oh, excuse me.
did you say tomato?
Well, I didn't know what you were about. The song potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the
You
old
say
thing off.
tomato, I say tomato. You say potato, I say potato.
Who though?
Yeah.
Who in the world is saying potato?
Raz.
That's the one thing. That's the problem I've always had with that song is who the fuck says potato?
So obviously some very sort of obscure accent which died out many years ago.
Yeah.
Some very posh people saying, "I'd like a pound of potatoes."
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Have you heard of potatoes, Jackson?
The Spanish say patatas.
Patatas.
But it's feminine.
It's what?
It's feminine.
Is it?
What do you mean?
If it was masculine, they'd say potatoes.
Oh,
In
no,
yeah.
I'm getting triggered now. Don't say things like that. Yeah, the masculine and the feminine pronunciation of foreign languages. Oh my God!
You don't get this from the BBC, do you?
No, you don't.
You only
Thank
get
God
this
for
on
that.
our podcast.
Yeah, well, we discuss the important topics like who the hell says potato, and various sort of northern dialects for slapping your hands. People go away tonight and they'll be educated.
Danny's right. Tatties.
Tatties.
Some parts of UK call potatoes tatties.
That's
Kind of a
Scotland, isn't
stray.
it?
You're
Is it?
famous.
Tatties.
Look, you're famous. People know you.
It's
Don't
Nath
give a
playing
shit.
real life Stray.
Are you a stray?
It's a gaming joke. That's
You're a
it.
fish.
Need another drink.
No,
Alien Breed. Sean's had enough. He's off. There we go.
you gone for a wee?
I
It's
don't
in front of a drink.
Yeah.
Have a drink.
Spuds, says Trevor.
Taters. That's what we are.
And what time do we see what's up for swaps?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's done that joke before. Come on.
I know. I need everything. Oh, here we go.
Who is it?
Gordon.
Peter K.
Hey, I can hear Sean. What's he talking about now? Gordon says masculine and feminine terms in those countries abroad is a woke nightmare. Yes.
Sean's gone to bed.
Some people can't even say Worcestershire properly.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire is I've heard it pronounced before now.
Well, we've got Wayne Mondam.
Yeah. Why did Sean have to take his glasses off to get a drink?
Sounds like a doctor joke, that one. Doctor, I can't drink with my glasses on.
Yeah. Why did Sean have to take his glasses off to get a drink to get to the other side?
He's like Eyeball Paul off the Kevin and Perry. That's the reference. I don't know.
Oh, is it? All right.
Eyeball Paul, Kevin and Perry.
Sean's gone to bed. Yeah, nap time for Sean.
I
I expect Lorraine will come on in a second.
Utter madness. That
Oh,
should
so
be
I
our,
wanna-
that should be
I
our
wanna see-
slogan.
Yeah, utter madness. I want to see Lorraine come on. I want to see Lorraine come on wearing one of Sean's jumpers, rather than suppose the other way around.
I think Sean's gone to off license.
He's going to get his Chinese.
He hasn't finished decorating that wall, has he? He's done that bit there in the middle over the fireplace, but he ain't done the rest of it, has he?
COD did
That's
chairs.
like how his
there'd be the
fireplace looks
best
like a
chairs in the
Dreamcast memory
world.
card.
He what? Sorry.
So I still like how his fireplace looks like a Dreamcast memory card.
What? Oh, yeah.
Actually, take that way around. Is that more like it?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's very close, isn't it?
Maybe it is a Dreamcast memory card.
It's closer to an official one. But
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Well, you know me. I'm cheap as arse. When I have the official one, will I? So,
Famous. You're famous. You don't give a shit.
hashtag lurking back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's a
Oh,
proper one, that piece.
fuck's sake. Just sticking around.
Has anybody got played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or know what it's about? Or
I really, really want to because Final Fantasy VII Remake was really good. It's just like I said earlier, I just can't justify spending 70 quid on it.
Is it worth getting a PS5 for? That's the question, I suppose. Because I don't have a PS5. I don't have a PS4, so
the Final Fantasy VII Remake was really good. I mean, people complain because they changed the story, but they completely fundamentally not understood what it was. The whole thing was the remake part of it was the fact that Sephiroth was remaking history, not that they were remaking the game. He was sort of rewriting history. He was remaking the world to see what his needs to try and win at the end. Because he'd sort of the story. I mean, without going too far into it, Sephiroth at the end of Final Fantasy VII, and then it went on to like Advent Children and stuff like that. He was sort of after the events of Advent Children, he realized he could never win. Went back in time and remade history to his sort of standards, and that's why it's called remake. So people who had the problem with it about it changing aspects of the story and stuff and going completely off the rails towards the end just didn't understand it. But gameplay wise, it's really fucking good. To be honest, they've been knocking out of the park with the last couple of Final Fantasy games. 16 was really good, 15 was really good.
controversial.
So yeah,
Bad reviews of like 15, 16.
No, 16's amazing, but it's not a Final Fantasy game. It's a Devil May Cry game. But it is for a Devil May Cry game. It's better than all the Devil May Cry games.
See,
it's really good.
I didn't play much of 16. I was around a friend who is massive on Final Fantasy, more so than like me. And I watched the kind of first half hour, and it just the switch between cutscenes and actual gameplay looked really janky. The jumping mechanic looked even worse. I mean, you've got like your over the top jumps where they kind of look like they're going over hurdles. It was like it was it looked really.
That's just Japanese games though. But
there were so many bits like that. I was like, this is actually quite annoying. So I don't know. Yeah. But there's loads of people, even though Russ didn't put it up, I think it's like 4 people said, yes, it's worth buying a PS5 for. But I don't even know if they're just saying that because they're PlayStation fanboys. Or
the problem with modern Final Fantasy... Sorry. The problem with modern Final Fantasy games is the fact that they're not really Final Fantasy games. If like you've grown up with like 1 to 9 sort of thing, then you're not going to get that kind of experience. But they're still really good sort of action RPGs. Stuart doesn't know shit. 16, honestly. If I'd played it last year, I played it this year, but if I'd played it last year, it would have been in my top 5 for the year, definitely. It's a really good game.
I agree with you. He says Final Fantasy 8 is terrible, so you're bang on.
To be honest, Final Fantasy 8
is terrible. Ain't got a clue. Crazy.
You've got the people. Danny said he'd buy a PS5 for GTA 6. British Video Game Nerd said, I'll get a PS5 mainly for Jurassic Park Survival.
Save your money. Don't get
Yeah. And Dane says very much on my side. The disappointing thing about Final Fantasy is none of them are actually the final one. Which I very much agree with. Red Dead Redemption.
Well, technically, always the last one is the final one. So technically, they're right because the next one they release is the final one until they release another one. So they're always right. They're always technically, Final Fantasy 16 is the last Final Fantasy until they release 17. There you go.
Yeah. Scott said he won't say how much you pay for his Square Enix version then.
How much you say, go on.
PS6 by the time, just by talking out the huge number of numbers involved in that, PS6 by the time GTA 6 gets released.
10 by the time GTA 6 is released.
Some sort of weird threesome suggestion here, Pete. Reach Again, Pete, Stew. So Gordon's going up with that. Final Fantasy. No, that'll be the next one.
Yeah, see.
Shining Force is better than Final Fantasy.
There's nobody agreeing with that. I've never played it.
The N64, so again, like, doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't like the N64, and I still don't think he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, dear.
Shining Force. Well, most of that's in Japanese, and I don't think Dave speaks Japanese, so I'm interested.
Barely speaks English, let alone.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. He's like, does he just play through and just kind of just pass the story, passes them by? It's only Shining Force was Shining Force 3 that was in English.
I'm a bit intrigued about this one because I've not heard about it. I know, Pete, you're a resident dinosaur expert. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I have, but I don't know. It's one of them ones where I'm kind of like, I'm interested because I love Jurassic Park and I love dinosaurs and stuff, but it's like I'm not keen on survival games, so I'm kind of cautiously optimistic about that one. I don't like games where, basically I don't like games that are too hard. And I don't like games where you have to do a lot of admin. So, I don't know. It looks good, but I'll wait before I pass judgment on that one.
Yeah, I've not heard of that one. I think I was making a Jurassic Park game. I'd call it Run Away Very Quickly.
You can run away from fights, Russ. You don't get very far, but you can run away.
I've not run anywhere for a long time, so I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere.
You'd think though by now they'd stop making. You'd think by now they'd stop making dinosaur theme parks, though, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, there's too many of them in there. I'm constantly getting flyers through my door for
the dinosaur success rate. They've got an absolute success rate of 0% now, haven't they? So
keep trying. It's like what was it? Yeah, I can't think. I thought something else was going up my head. So I'm getting to that age, so that's what it is. Right. So obviously we covered all that. Did you want to we talked about something earlier, Nathan. Did you want to bring that up or?
Yeah, I will bring it up. It's a bit random. How long have we got to go?
We've got 40 minutes, so I think it might be a good
40
time.
40 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a little bit off topic, really. It's just I wanted to say some thank you to people. So obviously, people know I've not been on YouTube for a while. I've sort of gone through a lot in kind of my personal life with things. I've lost a family member, and I've not been very well in myself, which is why my YouTube channel has basically just not done anything for a while. And I was going to do a video for this, but I just haven't kind of had the energy to do it. But I did just want to say thank you to all the people who contributed to this, because around Christmas, I think in the Secret Santa stream, I was going to take part this year, but that didn't happen. But I got around Christmas. Some of the guys then got together. I don't know who, but Paul Hicknordner, who I think has left the chat. I think he left earlier. Him and some of the others got together and sent me like a Christmas present. So I want to say like a massive thank you to everybody for this. So I got some weed. Some weed.
He put some weed, right?
Weed.
He got some good contacts, didn't he, Paul?
Oh, honestly, like didn't have my head screwed on it before. I had some vouchers to buy some games, which was awesome. And they sent me this book as well as some sweets. So
I have that book. It's
I
good.
just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who did this for me, because over the last couple of years I've been through an absolute lot. Those who kind of know, those who don't, who haven't reached out, I'm okay. But I've not been sort of very well in myself, and it's a little bit kind of ongoing. But I'm still here. I'm still knocking about. YouTube's kind of not really on my radar at the moment, but just a thank you to everyone who's kind of reached out to message me to ask how I am, how I'm okay, what's going on. And yeah, a massive thank you to everyone who sent me that around Christmas, because totally wasn't expecting anything. Just got a message from Paul to say like some people got together to like do something for me because they knew that I was having a bit of a bad time. So yeah, massive thank you to everyone for that. And still around, but yeah, things have been a bit tough. So yeah.
I mean, we're not going to go into detail, but you've reached out to those, and a lot of us, know what's happened, and obviously have been there for you. So we just want to see you, back to where you want to be, mate, and be happy, and that's it. And that's why we were so thrilled when you came on at Christmas on the one that Eddie hosted. Came up. We weren't expecting you to turn up, and you popped in for a bit. That was great.
Well, yeah, same as this one. I've got another cat like wandering here. Just all the cats are just like joining me for the stream. At the moment, it's very much like a case that I'm not in a good enough space to make my own videos with everything that's going on in my life, but happy to join the streams, happy to like keep in like contact with everyone, and so thank you very much for that.
Yeah, and Dainster and David have posted something there as
and,
well. So.
And everyone who's kind of like reached out and been in contact, because like a few shit years doesn't define you, but it can really kind of set you back. So appreciate and massive thanks to everyone in the YouTube community for doing that, because you really didn't have to, and it's just really kind of you for that. So,
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I know you wanted to say something, mate. So that was it. Steve's here as well.
Yeah.
Steve, good evening to you, mate. I think we could all echo that. And I think that's again another reason why we've been away for so long, is because we always say, don't we, like real life gets in the way. When we first started doing this, 4 years ago. 4 years ago? Can you believe that now?
God.
We started doing
Wow.
this just around about this time. Yeah.
And people still aren't bored of us.
I know they keep asking us to come back.
Oh my God!
I know.
Will you piss off?
But yeah, and that's it. You know, when we first started doing it weekly, then it went to sort of every couple of weeks, and then when we felt like it, and then we took breaks. And real life gets in the way. People have their own lives to do. You know, we're not. You know, this isn't our job. This is something we do with our spare time. If we haven't got the spare time to do it, we can't do it. And that's why, you know, when we did the one at Christmas, I had a few things going on myself at Christmas, and I didn't want to. If you remember, I initially said no, I didn't want to do it. You wouldn't go ahead without maybe the first one I'd have missed. But I did, you know, I did come on and I enjoyed it. And I thought, well, that'd be nice. And then we don't do anything for 3 months. We come back and throw this together, as you can probably tell at the very last minute.
Cobbled together.
Cobbled, literally stapled together, mate. This is hanging on by sellotape, this is, at the moment.
Don't we? And people turn up. That's
it, you know. I mean, we can sit here and talk complete drivel for 2 hours, and you know, we have, you know, people who like to sit there and watch it, listen to it, etc. And through the week go through, listen to it. But just sometimes it's just not possible to put out, you know, what we'd like to. So we have to take a little bit of a step back. And as I said right at the very start, I don't think you may not have heard it, it's been 10 months since we'd done one, since the last regular one we did.
Yeah,
which is a long time going. Yeah, I know. So the one we did at Christmas was the first one. So this is the second one in 10 months. Which is a strange thing, really. Yeah.
That Christmas one hosted by Eddie.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, did a very good job.
He did.
Yeah. It was the last time he was awake, I think, in the last 3 months. It was what
they turned up to that one, isn't it?
He doesn't do does he? Yeah.
Apart from that one bit, where he's trying to work out the comments, and I told him, I said, "It's not easy, is it, mate, to do this? It's not easy." But no, he did a very good job, and that probably would have been the idea to, you know, sort of do semi-regularly, and everybody ever go spinning it around. So,
well, Sean's gonna have to do it next year, isn't he? Like,
oh yeah, he waffled out of this one.
Yeah, I'm dreading it. I must admit, I'm dreading it, but yeah,
you've got to get a sleigh and everything.
I know.
You should
put on the big beard and have like Paul sit on your lap and everything.
You should have done this one as practice, as you said, because it was your idea this week to do this, and then you waffled out of it, didn't you? Yeah. Press the emergency Mr. Bear button. Minding my own business at work, and then, you know. That's why Eddie's not here tonight. He hasn't recovered most in the last one. That's what it is. So. Well, we'd still like to go until 10 o'clock. We'll still try and get our couple of hours in. So if anybody wants to ask us anything at all for the last half an hour or so,
yeah, go for it.
Just any questions. Try and keep them reasonably sensible, you know.
What's he saying?
Oh, actually, given in line with what's gone on beforehand, don't just ask us anything. I wouldn't let you run a bath, let alone. You forget the minute and a half I left everybody alone that one stream, and look, I came back. Sat there, it's like 1 minute 30 seconds of white noise.
We'd just be talking about Die Hard and a Christmas film for like 2 hours. I mean, like, you can maybe fit it into 5 minutes, but it'd be 2 hours worth of like that.
I must admit that Die Hard talking does my head in. It really does. It really does.
It's been 4 years. Surely we have an answer by
now. Sean will do a great job. I will help, says David.
Plenty of beer.
It must be a slow shift. He must be on a slow shift tonight because he said he was going to.
How many beers he has to have before he can actually help?
That's how many beers he has to have before he gets up in the morning.
I'd never get
How many beers he has to have before he drives to Dudley? That's it.
We have a question from the British Video Game Nerd who says, "Any games you're looking forward to this year?"
Sarah,
what's coming out?
I don't play modern stuff as such, so that I'm going to obviously not answer that question. But what about you guys? Because you obviously dabbled with the modern stuff more than me.
Has anything been announced? There's no like E3 anymore. So what's been announced?
I've been trying not to look into it too much. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid buying new games. But there's a game out called what is it now? Unknown 9. It's like a multimedia thing. So there's like books, comics. I think there's like an animated series, and then there's a game as well. And it looks like sort of like a Prince of Persia type of thing, but you can sort of like you fight by like sort of punching people's like spirits out of the body and stuff, a bit like Doctor Strange. I think that's just what I'm garnering from the trailer. But it's got the woman in from The Witcher. What's she called now? The woman who
Claudia
plays
Black. Yeah.
No, for a change, it's not Claudia Black, but it's the woman who plays. It's the woman who plays Yennefer in The Witcher. She plays the main character in this game. So, and I've seen the trailer just pop up a few times on like social media and stuff, and it's got my attention. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to playing Yakuza as well, but that's already out. But like I said earlier, I'm getting it for my birthday, so yeah, looking forward to that one.
Okay. I don't think anybody else got anything to add to that one or not? No.
Well, didn't Trev say there was no Streets of Rage coming out and Golden Axe? So.
Streets of Rage 5, Golden Axe 4, I think. Was at least part of these new Sega ones that they announced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we talk about it at Christmas, didn't we, I think?
We did.
We did, yeah.
Yes, we did, yeah.
It's when they were announced.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are Streets of Rage 5 or if they're remakes or what. But yeah, they're sort of like more modern sort of like updates of the old games. But I don't know if it's going to... Because Streets of Rage 4 wasn't made by Sega. And yeah, this new one is. So I don't know if they're going to completely ignore Streets of Rage 4 or not. And I kind of hope they don't, because Streets of Rage 4 was brilliant.
It'll have Sonic in
it. Whatever it is, I hope it's good, because, like, you know, the last Golden Axe game they brought out was fucking awful.
That Golden Axe on the Xbox?
Was that Ghost?
Yeah.
Dragon Rider or something like that?
Beast Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was that kind of era where everybody was trying to remake God of War, and no one actually managed it. So I'm optimistic for those new Sega games, but like I just kind of hope they're good.
Question from Dainster: what's the future hold for the tNb then? Individually and as a group? I don't know. That's a very good question. We haven't really talked about it. I mean, we've still talked, don't we?
Yeah,
we're back. I mean, we still talk to each other on a regular basis. I don't know. I mean, there obviously was a bit of interest about, you know, I was asked certainly a number of times. I wouldn't like to say how many times, probably less than 10, but people still ask me about it. You know, when I missed the Sunday streams, when are you going to bring that back? And as we said earlier, you know, real life gets in the way, and it's been a bit difficult to do it. But I mean, we're always going to be together. I mean, I know, you know, not everybody's here tonight, and whatever, but we'll always be a close knit group, because that's how we started. So it's whether we sporadically do these or try and get a reasonably regular return on it. I mean, individually, for me, I'm just going to carry on doing stuff. I don't do as much stuff as I used to.
We've always kept it low key though, because it's a case that we all get on really well, and we all have like a multitude of interests that they don't always tie up, they don't always cross over, but we're always appreciative of like other people's gaming. I mean, like Sean likes dusty old tapes. I mean, but like, you know, we always have a natter and, like, you know, chat like just chat absolute rubbish.
Oh yeah. Like this, basically.
This is
the extension of our WhatsApp group. Anybody's interested, what we talk about.
That's what this podcast was, though. It was always an extension of our like WhatsApp. Really, it was just like we talk shit on there for hours. It's like, why not make a podcast of it? So, you know, I think that's what this is really, just us kind of letting off steam and just inviting other people into it. So, I think in that sense, you know, I don't know when we'll do another like stream. That's up to like Russ and you guys, to be fair. I just kind of turn up after about half an hour and talk some more bollocks really, and had to listen to Russ's swear jar because he's not putting in because it's live, and you don't put in for live streams or some bullshit.
I think it'd be really good if we could get more of these out and get guests on again. And you know, I must admit, I miss it. You know, I know, like I said, things get in the way, and that's to be expected. But You know?
I mean, when we started it, Sean, we can't the idea you were the one who was utterly, I don't want to do this,
Yeah,
weren't you?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
I know.
yeah, you were probably, and I know Rob was a bit concerned about, obviously. He likes to keep his side of YouTube to himself and for himself and stuff like that. And he was a bit concerned about putting on, say, a podcast format or something, which was, I think, we spoke about that. And we decided this was the way forward. But Sean was like, oh, no, I'll just sit there and I won't say anything. But, you know,
I think, definitely early days, I used to dread it, I must admit, because I used to think, I'm not going to sail, you know. And then I nearly quit at one stage. I think I did actually, didn't I? I think I did say, look, guys, I can't do this no more. And then
I don't know. I think, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, and then it was bugging me. And first thing I thought I'm letting everybody down. And then I thought, you know what, just get yourself a kick up ass and just embrace it. And that's what I've done. And gradually over time, I've just got used to it. I think they're great. I think they're a good laugh, and that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's not a serious discussion program if people haven't actually worked that out after 96 minutes this week. It's.
We said earlier though, this is like an extension of our group chat on WhatsApp, and that's, I think the thing with us is that we're not just YouTube mates; we're just mates.
Yeah.
And it's like I would do this every so often, even if we weren't streaming, just to have a chat with mates. It's like I don't want to get all sentimental and shit, but like,
do it anyway.
God.
Squeeze out a little tear. And like, do it. And I'll cry as well.
Just get Susan to bring you a box of tissues. Just add a little effect to it.
Not for that. Not man size. No.
That's so many. I don't keep many friends. Essentially, you know, I've got friends. I just don't have many close friends, and you guys are sort of among my closest. So, and I only get to see like once or twice a year, if that. It's like I haven't seen Nate for years. I haven't seen Martin ever. So, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. That's all I kind of want out of this to going forward is the fact that I've still got some mates.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, we all came together. You know, was it 5 and a bit years ago, probably now, and we still haven't all been in the same place all together at once, have we?
No,
5 and a bit years.
Yeah, I mean, we've had 5 and 6 together in one place. We've never all 7, have we? Never had all 7.
No,
it's very, very strange. But as Pete says, you know, the friendships that we struck up during all this, you know, I mean, Sean's comes here every couple of months, you know. He's Sean probably more regular than my old friends I kept in touch with, you know.
Sean was here before we started. Like, you put the live stream out, like Link, and he was already there from 2 months ago. Christmas.
I've met Pete twice now in the last year. I think Nathan, you come the once, didn't you? And then I saw you at Birmingham. And you came up with your mate, which we wouldn't expect to see you then. So, you see, I mean, Eddie used to come down quite regularly.
I got spoken by Eddie, didn't I?
Yeah, Eddie came. And
Eddie and Dylan road trip. That was
awesome. It. That was it. And Rob's been a few times, you know, and Martin as well.
Sorry, I thought you finished. Carry on.
I was going to say, we saw Martin at John's funeral. So
yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
I said 2 weeks ago was actually like speaking of meeting, like about meeting up and stuff. It was a monumentous occasion for me because it was the first time that all 3 of my YouTube dads were together in one room.
YouTube dads?
My YouTube dads, Rush, Sean, and Dave.
Oh, thank fuck! I'm not in that group. Jesus Christ! I mean, I'm old, but I'm not quite in that kind of bracket.
Speaking to my solicitor in the morning about this.
I'm not your youngest brother, maybe, but not your dad. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But I know what you mean when you say that. I know what you mean when you say that. And not in that sense. That's too weird. Let's move on. But you know, we all came together in a strange, you know, sort of strange way, really. But it's great that we've carried on doing that. I mean, you know, comments here. Pixel Paul, good evening, mate. Nice to see you here. First time watching you all together, enjoyed it. Good stuff, you know.
Cheers.
Thank you.
And that's it. That's what people like about it. I mean, Dusty old tapes the future, says Dave.
Literally.
I mean, he's probably had about 10 Stellas, so you can't really trust anything he's done.
Live streams.
He sent me a picture. This is like effectively like a booty call, like up on my shelf.
A picture of a what?
Dave. A picture of a Dave. There's a picture of a Dave.
Oh, like Dan. Yeah. That pose.
Yeah. Actually, I should have mentioned that when he came 2 weeks ago, because he was supposed to be fetching me one as well.
It says to the sec. What does it say? Hang on. It says to the sexiest man on YouTube. I mean,
I asked him to sign me one.
He's intimidated by me. I don't know. That's what it is.
I asked him to sign me one saying to my greatest fan, like Johnny Cage of Mortal Kombat 2.
But Danny's gone. Thanks for calling in, Danny. Nice to see you here, mate. David said he's not paying any maintenance, by the way, Pete. So, Stuart says we all wish Sean would just sit there and say nothing. We've been saying that for years.
That's cultural appropriation.
I know he don't mean it. He loves me really.
David drunk on the live stream is the best. Get him on, lads. We keep asking him. We keep asking him. He keeps giving us every excuse under the sun that he won't turn up. So one person we want to get on here.
I want him to come on and talk with Sean about Postman Pat cassettes. That's what I really want. Like for Sean to be like, I missed it, mate. I missed Postman Pat. Say to him, it's okay. It's okay. You got Jess. It's fine.
Yeah, if only went another $7, eh, Sean?
God,
Was it? Yeah, missed out. Like, yeah.
It was postage.
Australian
Postage was like 30 quid. I'm like, I can't go any more than what my maximum bid was. No.
Got to at some point stop and have a look at yourself and think,
haven't you?
All this money on a Postman Pat game.
What a collection bid.
I can see him when he's like bidding on it, but having the like din, 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 Postman Pat theme in his head and being like bidding up like in the last 30 seconds, being like, I'm gonna win that fucking cassette.
Mind you, it is something else because hang on, let me tell you about to turn itself off, Michael. The most important thing in his life at the moment is that Postman Pat game. Everything else can go on until he gets it. It
wouldn't work, Sean. It wouldn't work. You'd have to play it backwards and upside down. It wouldn't work.
I can't really say anything though, because like one of my favorite games of the last few years is Lake, where you literally play as a postman.
Yeah, you spoke about that on the air, haven't you, previously?
Lake. Yeah.
And Palmer. Dave says Postman Pat is an ace 8-bit game. I mean, every fucker in that village is lazy and makes Pat do everything. He does. It's very, very true. Very, very true.
Doesn't he just deliver letters and parcels?
Oh, it does more than that. He flies helicopters and pulls things out of streams and goes and assists with deliveries of babies and stuff. Well, apparently, I don't know. Maybe he does.
He's a midwife as well as a postman.
Midwife. Yeah. Hold a leg, Pat. Hold a leg, Pat.
Now then.
No, that's someone else. That is. Don't get down that route.
Say that with like children involved. Oh God, move on.
No more dangerous place in the 70s than the riverside, was there? If you fell in the river, you can guarantee the Rolf Harris will Jimmy Savile will be there to pull you out.
I like the fact that Postman Pat has like a Pakistani corner shop now in a Yorkshire village in the middle of nowhere.
Has he?
Yeah.
There's one in my village when I grew up.
Well, there you go. Then it's accurate.
But you're not Postman Pat.
Well, no, but he's delivered to Pete.
Oh.
Yeah.
With his helicopter.
I'm Pete, and after playing Lake, I aspired to be a postman. So.
Sheep get out of the field. Who rounds them up? Farmer. No. Pat.
I've had this conversation with my wife though a few times, and if people didn't expect you to do all this shit,
really?
Not about Postman Pat, but just if
he gives you alcohol, like shut you up, like here you are, drink this.
If people didn't expect you to do all this shit in games, though, the games would be boring as hell. So
yeah,
if you went up and like, say if you're playing like, I don't know, Oblivion or something, you walk into a village and you're like, oh, do you want me to go and kill this ogre for you? And like, no, we've done it.
Postman Pat was in fucking Oblivion. I fucking love it.
So it's a good job Postman Pat don't work for bloody Amazon delivery drivers, isn't it? Really, because he'd never actually.
There's your Amazon.
Completely different, you know. I think if I asked my postman to help me get the sheep out of the field, I can guarantee what he's going to say to him, and it won't be "yes, I will." It's completely different. Yeah. So anybody got the Postman Pat collection on Commodore 64 dusty old tapes?
Yeah.
Our very good friend in the bottom right-hand corner is after a copy, and he will pay anything.
Australian dollars, Australian dollars, francs.
Yeah.
They not even exist anymore, but he'd find some fucking francs and do that.
Yeah.
If it had been after payday, it'd have been mine. But it's been a 5-week month. I hate 5-week months. Oh.
Has it been a 5-week month?
No. Next month's a 5-week month.
No, it's this one. Trust me.
What, the one we're in now, or the one that's just gone?
Yeah.
February lasted.
No. Hang on. The question was the one we've had now, or the one that's coming up. Not the answer is not yes. It's which one is it?
Jesus Christ,
that's complicated, isn't it?
Who's got a question that takes away from Postman Pat?
Yeah. Pat 2020 was a bit rubbish, so I spent most of the game stood at a picket line. Speaking of picket lines, I forgot to highlight that one earlier. Can't believe how much content Big Game Al is releasing. I don't think you're alone in that, to be honest with you. But he's happy. Keeps him occupied. Oh, they're gone again. Oh dear. Well, that's been fun, isn't it, mate? We've been doing this again for the first time in a long time. Yeah. Just
exactly.
Running out of steam slowly, but we should keep going for another 12 minutes. May as well.
Well, I did actually record a pickups from Black Country event, and then and then I finished it, and then realised that I'd left a bag of stuff that I've got off people in kitchen. I forgot all about them, so I've yet got to record that as an add-on. So if anybody's thinking, why don't Sean put out a video for Black Country? It's because I'm knocked up and I'm a bit late to party with it now.
I must admit, I did think about that. I did think about it the other day because you mentioned you were recording it, and then I thought, so I've got a couple to do because I bought some stuff yesterday and had something come for the post as well. So by the way, I've still not found out who sent me that mystery box.
Yeah.
I said no. Which part
that they're not told you who it is.
No one wants to accept responsibility for it. No. I don't know what it is, but still no one has accepted responsibility. If you know what I'm talking about, somebody sent me a box of which most people probably wouldn't have wanted that sent to them anyway. But it's like some sports games and things like that, which I'm interested in, and didn't put a note in with it, and I still got no idea who sent it through to me. But if anybody wants to let me know who it was, that would be nice. But I'm surprised somebody no one said anything yet. It's been a good few weeks. So
when I first started my channel up, I got a random game in the post, and I still to this day have no idea who sent it. It was it was a good game actually. It was SNK Heroines on the Switch.
Wow.
It was in my wish list on Amazon, and it disappeared off my wish list on Amazon. So somebody had got hold of my wish list and bought it for me, and I have no idea who. Still to this day.
I remember seeing Eddie play that on the stream. He did the once, and I thought, not too bad that.
Yeah,
that's how I know the game. But if anybody likes to either of those,
it's definitely not a one-on-one fighter, then, is it?
Sorry.
It's not a one-on-one fighter then. If Russ says it looks all right.
It was actually. It was. Yeah. I just thought it looked a bit different.
Very good at it.
Was it part of your Secret Santa? No, it wasn't part of my Secret Santa trip because that came from a different part of the country. and honestly, there was way too much stuff in there. So I don't know. It was. Ross says I once had some Game Boy Advance games put through my door. Seemed hand delivered, and it freaked the girlfriend out. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you, might say we mentioned John earlier. He used to do the same thing. He'd sort of come round and randomly put the games to the door. So why do you knock on the door? Oh, I was making a drop off, going somewhere else, got to pick the kids up or whatever. And just every now and again, a random game would drop to the door.
Just the
I
game.
have a
and
question.
then
If nobody's raised one. Has
Yeah,
anybody raised a question? If not, I have a question.
Go on.
Yeah.
So, to the chat as well, what is everybody's collection kind of like ideas, habits for 2024 and onwards at the moment? Because mine have changed probably drastically from when I first started collecting. So just wonder what other people's are from like now on in. So yeah, like we'll start with Russ. Like, what is Russ collecting these days? Because the 10p bucket's not there anymore, and I'm pretty sure you've dropped some serious like coin on a few SNES games and things I've seen over the last year.
I still, but that's because I don't go out so much. I tend to go out probably once a month. I spend large in one go rather than going out and doing little spends here and there. I didn't really want to go out yesterday. We had to go out yesterday. I didn't really want to go anywhere, and I said to Claire, we'll call in here on the way back, and then just bought some stuff in one shop, and then went to another shop, and then you start looking down, you start walking. I'll have a quick look around, and then hang on a second, and before you know it, she's got like an armful. Because I don't carry it myself. I'm not going to be seen. I'm not going to be seen carrying my own games, am I? That's why I take Claire with me to hand them to her, so she can carry them around.
Take her out like carrying games.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is that when you go to Hidden Chess, because they are the premier game selling shop around your area?
They are. Oh, we spent some money there yesterday, and then went up to Nick's and spent some money there as well. But my focus at the moment, if I'm collecting stuff, it's 3 systems. Well, 2 systems in one area. So it's like Sean, dusty old tapes. Because I bought some yesterday, and Master System. But obviously, I have my sort of expectations in terms of what sort of games I'm looking for condition-wise. So I might see a lot of Master System games, but actually it will narrow it down as such. And then what's the other one I think I was picking up as well? I thought about earlier. Oh, the Wii, obviously. I'm still trying to find trying to find games locally, Wii-wise in CX, stuff like that is a bit tricky. There aren't that many that my local stockists have got that I need. So I'd like to start picking up more of those. But yeah, more tapes, more Master System stuff. And occasionally, and I will do a video on this upcoming, the odd bits and pieces here which has come out of left field, go, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. I'll go to the chat very quickly.
Anything in left field that's like attracting you?
Yeah, I'll pick 2 things up. So I don't want to talk because I've got videos coming up about them. But probably things that I wouldn't have bought without actually thinking about it and going, oh, actually, yeah, I could do with that. I did want that when it came out originally. So Dave's hoping to finish his collection by Christmas.
He seems hopeful for that. Seems hopeful, does Dave?
We'll see.
Christmas is a long way away.
It's good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete?
So I had a look at his list the other week, and it seems doable.
You've seen Dave's list?
I've seen Dave's list.
I've seen Dave's list, yeah.
You only get on it if you're nice. If you don't get on it if you're naughty.
Coal, and more coal.
Actually, that'd be Sean's list. Actually, when he's Santa Sean.
It says Trevor's going for a Switch and planning on the V2 Elite, which Matthew's got V2 100% emulation.
What's the V2 Elite?
Actually, go and watch his channel.
No, I thought he said Switch and the V2 Elite. I was like,
yeah, but the V2 Elite is a emulation thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so go and have a look at that. Scott says he's culling games, mostly doubles on different systems, only has 1 copy. That sounds far too sensible. Nothing wrong with the emulation, says David. Mike says he's going for a full PS3 set, looking at more retro games, opportunity comes his way. Trevor very kindly says yes, Amazon for Wii games you don't have. I do not look so much on Amazon. I did used to get quite a few off there, but I'll have a look at that. Dylan is here. And Dylan, look, made too many doubles, but then I do insist on getting my shooters on PS4 and Switch. Ross is also hoping to remove cutters and make room for quality. Nice question to you, Pete.
Well, I kind of thought I was done with collecting, but I'd sort of got everything. There was only one thing left on my list, and that's the third birthday on the PSP, and that's literally the only thing left on my list.
I've got that in my local CEX.
I know they have.
Yeah, but
it's gone up in price, hasn't it? Quite dramatically. It's about 48 quid. Yeah. But that's the only thing left, and I'm not just going to go on eBay and buy it because there's no fun in that. Yeah, it's all about the hunting. And I thought apart from that, I thought I was done. But the black market, the Black Country Games market, I picked up the new Atari 2600 Plus, and I think I'm going to get into Atari collecting. So it's gone from dusty old tapes to dusty old cartridges.
Very popular at the moment, the old 2600 Plus.
Yes.
Again, though, I'm not going to go on eBay and buy all kinds of stuff. I'm going to sort of keep it to sort of brick and mortar shopping. It's kind of annoying because I'm going to be in Rotherham tomorrow, and there's a shop there called Guild of Games, and it turns out they shut on Mondays.
Oh, no.
And that's like pretty much my only local. There's that, and there's I can't remember what they call it now, but it used to be called Game and Movie. It's in Sheffield, but it's not in Sheffield. It's like a bus ride out of Sheffield. But they're my only options. So yeah, but whenever I'm at markets, whenever I'm in game shops, that's what I'm going to be looking for now is Atari 2600 and 7800 stuff. Just anything. I'm not looking for like really expensive games. I was looking at games that I do want to try and get that I know I do like, but I looked at like the top of my list was Hero, and I looked at that and it's far too expensive. So
yeah,
basically, I'm just going to have a look at what I can see. If I see a game and the name sort of jumps out at me and it's only a few quid, I'm just going to pick it up. I have got full access through my like things like my Evercade and my Anbanic. I've got full access to like the full library of 2600 and 7800 games anyway, but I think picking up the cartridge, sticking it in the machine and playing it that way, it's more likely to get me playing these games than it is just scrolling through a list. So that's going to be my sort of going forward. Is very cheap collecting for the 2600 and 7800. Dylan, have I mentioned it's my birthday next week? not my third one, but it's.
Oh man!
Open it, Dylan. Let it breathe.
Again, I can play. I've hacked my PSP, so I can play, and I've hacked my Vita as well, so I can play the third birthday if I want to. For those who don't know, it's essentially Parasite Eve 3. But I've got Parasite Eve 1. I've got 2 copies of that. I've got the Japanese and the US version, and I've got Parasite Eve 2, and I just want Parasite Eve 3 to sit with them, just so I know I've got the full set because it's one of my favorite series. Well, I say it's one of my favorite series. I love the first one. The second one is shit. I've not played the third one, but Parasite Eve 1. Parasite Eve 1 is one of my favorite games.
You got the first one for an absolute freaking bargain. You got it for like 30 quid or something. It's like worth over 100 or something crazy.
It wasn't even that. It was like 20 quid.
Yeah, I remember you sending it. I was like, you do realise you got a massive bargain there. You're like, did I? And I was like, yeah, you really did.
I knew that. I didn't know I got a bargain. I didn't know how much of a bargain I got. I got it from the first Black Country Games market, actually. I got the Japanese one from Doncaster years back for like a tenner because I couldn't find an American one, and then I got the American one for like 20 quid from the black market. Yeah.
They keep saying that.
I got the second one for like seven quid, I think, back in the day, but they never released the first one over here, and then the third one it's called Third Birthday, and they have PSP, and you're not going to buy a game called Third Birthday unless you know what it's about.
Exactly. I think they made a bit of a mistake actually with the naming of that game, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Fans will know.
British video game. I'm still looking at video game. I'm looking at charity shops here. If there are any retro games that isn't FIFA that I can get my hands on. I don't know. I don't know how much success will appear that way. It's been a while since I've tried that. Finally, then, Sean, what about you? Your collection, focuses at the moment, as Nath asked about 20 minutes ago.
I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought about it. I know I need to pull my focus in a bit because that damn Eddie keeps putting me onto little subsets. Like it's just branching out of these subsets. So I need to rein that in a little bit and focus more on certain things. Basically Commodore 64. That's my main thing, obviously. But I say I've got too many subsets going on. I never know what to look for next. So
yeah. Okay. I thought that's answered the question, Nath. Anyway, thanks for everybody who's popped theirs in as well in the chat. Right, we're up to 2 hours, chap. Should we call that a night?
Yep.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Well, good to see you all again. It's been a while, but no, it was a good idea, and as we sort of throw it together as we did, it was good. Quick message for you, Sean. Hit squads.
Yeah.
Hit squads.
I don't need to focus on
how many has he had, honestly.
I've still got a couple of big hitters to knock out. So
did that skull and crossbones one finish? Oh God, I've forgotten that one.
Oh no! Don't be checking it now. You missed it by a penny. Oh
no.
Oh dear. Anyway, while Sean checks that, we'll update you on that in the next podcast and see how he's got on. Dana says, "Don't forget to like on the way out. Thank you and welcome back to you all, even Sean."
Cheers, Dana.
Who's that gangster?
Yeah.
It's not going away. It's gone. Must have sold it.
Must have sold it. Right, yeah, probably gone for 20 quid. Hopefully, there we go. Shut the foot, wouldn't it? Guys, thanks very much for coming along tonight. Appreciate you giving me time up as always. I'll just drop you all backstage and then I'll finish off. Just like to give everybody a wave as we do traditionally. Say good night, everybody. There they go. Right, there we go. So just in a couple of hours. Yeah. So hope you've enjoyed that. I was a bit rough around the edges, wasn't it? But hope we filled a sizable 2-hour gap in your Sunday evening, or if you're watching this or listening to it later in the week or whenever, then I hope you've enjoyed that. And we'd like to do more of these. I think there's the interest there certainly. So we'll try and do it. If you have enjoyed it, let us know. Let us know things you want us to discuss. Possibly, if you want to come on, drop us a message in the chat, in the comments below, etc. We'll do it, and maybe we'll try and set one of these up again in the very, very near future. Thanks to everybody who welcomed us back, and thank you to everybody who's been in the chat. It's been fabulous that got some new names in and some old faces as well. That's good to see. So yeah, we'll be back at some point very soon. It's been good fun. Really enjoyed it. But on behalf of the lads and the ones who said they were coming and didn't turn up, and the ones who couldn't make it, like I say, thank you all very much indeed. We'll see you soon. Until then, do take care. Bye for now.